Hey, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this week's Wi-Fi Wednesday. My name is Kevin Z. I am founder and CEO of My Wi-Fi Networks. And I'm going to jump right into it because we got some awesome stuff lined up for today. Now, the first big thing I want to announce is we've recently launched our demo mode filled with demo data. Now, where do you find this and what does it mean? As soon as you log into your dashboard, you'll notice on your top menu, under your account, under your menu, under your name, you'll find a reordered submenu, and under here you'll find a new section called Demo Mode. Now, rather than talk about it, let me demo it for you. So let me pull up an account over here. And just to reiterate, you could have always demoed your platform for your clients this way. You all have an account, you all have your own branding set up, you all have your own domain mapped and all that. So nothing's ever stopped you before. What has potentially stopped you before is that, if you're just getting started, or if you want to, work with somebody, you might log in and see something like this. Even worse, you might see something that has nothing, right? You might see nothing on your timeline. You might go to analytics here and, see a bunch of zeros, and you want to go to contacts here and you'll also see nothing, right? Now, if you're going to demo this for somebody, you're just getting started, it's a little bit difficult to have them believe you that, here's what it's going to look like. So what we've done is we've added under here demo mode. If you click on demo mode, it will open up a new browser. So it's a completely unbranded domain. It's your subdomain.securewifi.cloud or the demo account set up. Now, when you're demoing this for your clients, I recommend just going in full screen. This is really not important, this URL, but we can't white label it. Otherwise, we'd have to ask you to CNAME another domain. We don't want to do any of that. So this is obviously that aside. There's no mention of of my Wi-Fi at all here. It still will be your logo up here. So whatever logo you have in your dashboard, as you can see here, it'll be carried over. So all the branding will be the same. Everything is the same. The only big difference is that all this data is now filled with fake data. So if I went to timeline, this is the same account, just to show you. So if I went to timeline here on my account and my Wi-Fi, I see it's like basically empty, right? Last was 6 months ago when I tested this at home. So if I decided to dust off my device again, I wanted to start selling this and I wanted to show somebody something, it'd be kind of hard to show them this and be like, hey, this is what it's going to look like. But if I go here, 9 minutes ago, I see that this individual, this is the same account. Again, to reiterate, this is your account. You all have access to this same data. In fact, this is so fake that this person, this image does not even exist. This is an AI-generated image of these individuals. Fake email, fake gender, fake MAC address, fake phone number, but everything else looks real, right? So if you're demoing this to a client, you can say, hey, look, this is the kind of data we're going to collect. We have the upload and download bandwidth. We have the number of times they visited, the number of time spent. We have the visit history. If they've come more than once, we have all that listed. You can go down here, jump into a location center, for example. You can see that right now at this location, there's 112 guests online. You can go down to contacts. You can see all the contacts that are here. I can filter down by gender. So show me, let's say, all males that connected through a mobile device. And they used Facebook. Now I want to, again, this is all fake, right? So you all have the ability to demo this the same way that I'm demoing it to you right now with all these individuals here that don't even exist. So that is something you can do now. One thing to note is if you're going through this and you want to make changes, by all means, if you're demoing it for a client, you can customize it all. But you'll see if you try to save it, you can't save changes in demo mode. We did this to maintain the integrity of the data, so it always looks good, it always looks great, it's always auto-updated. And right now we are actually working on creating these templates. So over here we have 5 locations, and we have, I think, only 5 or 6 campaigns. So we're going to create a whole bunch of new campaigns over here, and you'll all have access to this inside your own demo accounts. So please comment below here on Facebook if you want a very specific kind of demo for let's say, a Italian restaurant or soccer stadium or whatever it is. Let us know, because what we can do is have our designers go and create these sample demos so that when you can go in, or you go into a client and you're presenting, you can actually dive into this specific dashboard, which is an industry hopefully very similar to the industry of the client that you're pitching to. And you can say, hey, look, this is just a demo, but let me just show you what's possible. Let me just get this data up here too. There we go. So you can see like we're randomizing this data. You can say that was a big event here, but this from now on will be steady, and every location is always having new clients added to it. So if I wanted to demo this and show somebody, I can say at this location, this individual just connected. We have their, through Facebook, we have their name, their email, their gender, their phone number. So yeah, that's demo data. Really, really straightforward, right? And I think the idea here is that it will allow you, if you are just getting started and you have an account that looks like this, again, this is the same exact account. So I'm accessing this demo data through the top menu, click on demo mode, and here instead of showing no data, I can show a beautiful list of fake people, so you're never going to get in trouble. Even if you're currently rocking it and you have 50, 100 clients, we have some clients that have 300, 500 locations. This is probably of interest to you as well, because if you're ever demoing your platform to somebody and you would go in and you would show a shot like this and they're recording your screen, it technically is a real person with a real email address, right? So that's sensitive, and real MAC address and real phone numbers in some cases. So you'll have to blur that. Can't do the live demo easily. Like I had that CSS little hack that I shared with everyone previously that did like a little blur effect, which worked, right? But people still kind of want to see exactly what it is. So this will allow you to do that, and it's always available to you in your own brand with fake data constantly being generated 24/7 at different intervals. So it'll always show that somebody recently connected in the last few minutes over here. And again, no reason to ever be worried for anything. And I think this is just a huge, huge thing. I know a lot of people have been asking for this for a very long time. It is a lot harder than it looks to generate and build something like this. So hats off to our development team for creating such an awesome experience. But this is now all available and live inside all of your dashboards right now. Cool. So that's the big news I had for this week. Some of the stuff that I recapped in the last few weeks that has been getting a lot of good positive feedback, and I hope you are using, is the Sales CRM preview links. So what that is if I went inside the Sales CRM here and I generated a preview link, I can do it by domain name. So here you can see all I used to generate this was Wendy's.com, and it generated a unique URL. I could then copy that URL, send it to a client. I can preview this link, so I can send this. So obviously this is the link I send to my client. It's completely branded with your domain. I can go through this as I would normally, and I can do, let's say, my name is Kevin, and I'm support at mywifinetworks.com. And I'm going through a preview here. So this is something that you would send your client, and this is just off a domain name. We have the login page with the logo. We have the like box that was taken through some API calls. We do some magic in the background to automatically pull the like box there, and then we redirect to the page that was entered, to logically the home page. And you'll see here, by me going through that flow, if I refresh here instead of one view, actually it won't count my view because I'm cookied inside this browser, but what it will show is my email that I entered. So you saw I just entered support at mywifinetworks.com, and this is all time-stamped exactly at this time. This email was entered on a preview link, but this is your opportunity now to reach out to this individual, and very shortly by next week, we're going to be having a button over here which will allow you to take all of this data and send it via webhook to any third-party CRM of your choice, so whatever you're using, HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever. These will be added as new leads so that you can follow up in your own environment. So that's the Sales CRM preview links. And as a reminder, you can generate preview links through the dashboard like I just showed you. And you can also do them automatically on the fly with no preparation at all. You can do it right from your phone anywhere. So it's yourportal.com or whatever. So it's your portal domain /P for preview / whatever the domain name is. So in this case, it would be yourportaldomain.com /P /Wendy's.com, and it would generate a preview like I just showed you. You could use any domain name that has proper metadata, because obviously we have to read that site through our third-party APIs. We support almost all sites, not every single one. Obviously, if they don't have good metadata, we have nothing to read, but it works for almost all sites. So it's a great tool to use when you're demoing clients on the fly, through an email, through mail merge, anything like that. We also have a bunch of new integrations coming. We're just putting the finishing touches on them. So it's a new SMTP integration, so the ability to add any mail server of your choice. And in fact, let me just hop over. I'll show you what we are planning on the integration side. To see any of this stuff, the statuses of current updates, you go to feedback.mywifi.io. In this case, I will go to integrations. And I can show in progress. So currently we are finishing also an Aruba Instant On integration. So this is Aruba has a great low-cost device that is actually perfect for a lot of small businesses that have 50 or 100 users, depending on, again, the type of location. But Aruba is great, and this is a low-cost device from Aruba. We're building our integration with Instant On, so you can start using that as an integration or as a hardware for your installs. We're also adding some more SMS login. So instead of Twilio, we're adding twofactor.in, and we're also adding Labs Mobile for SMS login. ManyChat we actually launched, so I have to switch this to complete. We also are launching Integromat, a full, like a templated Integromat template where you can launch your own Integromat app. We're also going to be releasing that for Zapier so that you'll be able to have your own Zapier app, your own Integromat app under your own brand. We're also integrating with ClickSend for SMS. This is both for an SMS login and SMS blast option. Okay, so we're adding a bunch more here as well, not listed here, and I will update this later, is the SMTP options. Also, we're adding third-party OAuth, so you can use like your Google account from Google Apps, or your Microsoft account, or if you have like any kind of third-party OAuth provider, where let's say you have a company directory, or if you have a valid email and username and you work at this company, you get free internet, and if you don't, you have to pay. If you don't, you have 30 minutes login via Facebook. So that's all coming in the pipeline. That's that. And also from training requests, I'm in the midst of preparing to record all of this stuff. If you go to the Wi-Fi Marketing Academy, here's where you can sort. So we're going to be doing some training on messenger bots. In fact, let me sort this by top. So we're going to be training on messenger bot, how to set up an ad network, how to set up larger venues as hotels, such as hotels, restaurants, more for hotels. So all of these retargeting strategies, pricing strategies, we're having micro courses set up, and we're going to be sharing those in the coming weeks. So please make sure you go there and vote for exactly what you want to see. And also our playbooks are being finalized right now. So all the upsells to be able to upsell email, SMS, scheduled reports, and sub-user access in the template form. So you can take that and literally turnkey, take it and sell it. So with this, we're also going to be releasing 270 new email templates that you can use through our email tool, and also through your own email provider very soon. So not just SendGrid, but also any SMTP service you can use. So Mailgun, the Amazon, whatever you want, you can use. And we have 270 new templates coming, so you can upsell these packages. Also, upselling things like chatbots and loyalty programs and social media services. We'll be training on exactly how to do that. And we're also going to be adding some more reputation tools. The ad retargeting, we have integrations with Facebook and soon AdWords. And we also talk about how this works really well with upselling websites, mobile apps, and SEO. So all that is in the works. One final thing, for those who use Ubiquiti Unify, really all you got to do is follow a few steps to fix some of the issues that you're experiencing. The story here is that Unify, Ubiquiti, it's a hardware provider. They didn't tell anybody and decided to update their controller with some new API requirements, and they didn't, like I said, tell anybody, so it was a surprise to the whole industry when we had to reconfigure and re-engineer how we integrate with them. So we did that, and in order to put that into play, you need to go in. This only applies if you use Ubiquiti Unify devices, and only also applies if you're still experiencing issues. Most people, this was a seamless upgrade. For those still experiencing issues, what you need to do is, number one, make sure your Unify controller is updated to the latest version. Also make sure that your access points are updated to the latest version. Reset your network to apply those settings. It should be automatic as for the setup, just to make sure. Then you want to hop into the device settings here. Click on Reprovision. What this will do is send a call from our server to your Unify controller to set things up again, to apply the patch for the Unify update that they made, and make sure that everything's good. And then once that's good, in some cases, and it's always recommended, anytime you reprovision or provision anything, you reboot the device again. So reboot your controller. Everything will be great after that, including Unify Analytics that we recently added a few months ago. So if you are still getting issues, please reach out to support. We'll be happy to help you. But those are the steps. So you just got to keep calm and reprovision your controller, and everything will be fine. So like I said, more training, more awesome stuff coming soon, more features, more functionality, all that great stuff. So if you have any questions specific to your account or anything that you need help with, please visit support.mywifinetworks.com, actually that should say. I think .io will still redirect you, but .com is the URL. And yes, I will fix that right now, in fact. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out. We're always here to help you. And if you have any requests for the demo mode, like I mentioned, please comment on this Facebook video below, and we'll be sure to create them inside that demo account. As always, thank you guys for watching live and watching the replay. Happy selling. Talk to you all soon. Take care.